So fucking excited.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Ranger Central Podcast, episode 37. Today, we're mostly gonna spend most of our time just reacting to the ratings, right? Like, we're not even gonna talk about the fact
chaos,
that a war,
the dialogue,
an actual war started on Rangers Twitter in the preseason,
dude,
and not by intention. I don't. Where do we? Do we start with the Rangers, or do we just start with? Do we jump into the ratings?
Let's get the Rangers out of the way because I need them out of my fucking mind for another day or two. I need, like, after today's crap, my phone fucking vibrating out of control, like it was a fucking earthquake in my pocket.
Like it's a trade deadline.
Like, dude, like seriously, like, you would think I had fucking notifications on for every insider and every sport. Like, I was at work for 10 hours and I think I walked out of there with like probably 600 notifications. It was insane.
Every time I loaded up Twitter, I had at least 30 notifications.
Dude, it was insanity. Linsanity. Spoonsanity.
People arguing, people quote tweeting me, people calling me stupid, people saying I don't know puck, everything like that, explaining to me why Lafreniere is still a good hockey player. And I just, again, like, we're not preying on the kid's downfall. I think that's what people are getting from what we tweeted for whatever reason, when that's just far from the truth.
Right.
All it came down to is the fact that Lafreniere made mistakes in that game.
Yeah.
I've, at the very least, I can speak for myself with this one. I did what I usually do. I tweeted about it and said that he can't make mistakes like that, just like I did with Schneider earlier in the game. I did with Adam Fox during the game. And for whatever reason, it turned to, oh, you just hate Lafreniere.
Yeah.
I saw that, yeah.
And it's just, no, I don't hate him. I want him to prove me wrong. But the problem is he has shown no progression from year one to now.
And it sucks. But and that's another thing too. Like, it's not us. We want to dunk on the kid. We want him to be the fraud. We want him to be the franchise. The issue is that we've got no indication that that's going to happen. Now, granted, you could use excuses like he's still young, he hasn't gotten top 6 minutes, and the other thing. That's fine. And I hope you're right, and that someday it's going to work out, and he's going to prove me wrong. I want nothing more than to eat my words and look like a stupid ass. But I just haven't seen anything yet that's going to show me that's going to be the case. I hope it is, but I just don't. I mean, dude, and people are like, it's only preseason. Why are we overreacting? Look at every other player, every other young player that has something to prove right now in the preseason.
Bedard was pissed when he got 2 points. Said he needs to play better.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. And they're like, oh, well, what about Zibanejad and Kreider? Why don't you give them shit? Kreider's had a 50-goal season, is a consistent 25-plus goal scorer, and we know what we're going to get out of Kreider at the regular season. He's gotten his big boy contracts. He's been through it all. Mika Zibanejad is a multi-time 70-point center. All right? Like these guys have already established themselves as NHLers, so they don't really have much to prove in the preseason. A guy like Lafreniere, the first overall pick since Nail Yakupov to get a bridge deal. And let's clarify what a bridge deal is. A bridge deal is a fucking prove-it deal. Yep. The first number 1 overall pick to get a prove-it deal since Nail Yakupov. Yeah. There's some moderate concerns there. And I got a bunch of
coach.
Yeah, like, that's another. Now, granted, David Quinn, I don't think anyone could have flourished on a David Quinn. I'll give you a pass on Quinn. Yeah. Gallant kind of sucked too. But, man, I don't know. I see both sides of the argument. Yesterday was more frustrating than anything else in the world for me because we just talked about it so often, and we sat here all offseason talking about, well, he hasn't signed his fucking contract yet. We're talking about him all offseason. Oh, maybe this will be the year. Maybe he'll finally pop up. Maybe this bridge deal will fire him the fuck up and he'll come out like a bat out of hell. And he looked like the exact same player yesterday that we saw in the playoffs and that we saw all during the regular season last year.
Yep.
And let's talk about the playoffs for a second. He had 0 points in 7 playoff games.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, again, I'm rooting for the guy. I fucking spent like $470 that fucking Rimouski jersey I have of his. Well, how much was that Rimouski jersey I bought? I have a Rimouski Oceanic Lafreniere jersey.
Wall over there.
Dude, those things are not fucking. I've invested my own money and that this kid's gonna be a great Ranger. I'm by no means saying he sucks and I want him to suck. What I'm saying is, wow, his performance is pretty concerning that he's a first overall pick in year 4. And as a player, forget the numbers, because the numbers are disappointing. We're not talking about the numbers. As a player, watching him night to night, he's never once showed us he can carry a line or be the guy.
If
on
anything, it feels like we're getting more and more proof that he was never like I feel like we already knew this, but like for people that feel differently, it really like seeing Kakko be a difference maker on every line. Every time he's on a line, that fucking line's course, he's above 50% easily by a landslide.
Right.
I think there's a serious argument that Kakko was the reason that Lafreniere has been over 50% at even strength when it comes to his Corsi.
I think that's on point.
And yeah, because analytics at the end of the day some of them are just not like, at least advanced analytics. If you even want to consider Corsi an advanced analytic, I wouldn't, but if you want to, they're not independent. And
right.
Some of it has to do with the team that you're around. But the main thing that I took 2 issues with when it came to the way this thing went down on Twitter yesterday is 2 things. One, I can't stand that the new excuse now for Lafreniere is, oh, he hasn't got power play minutes since juniors, so he doesn't know what to do on the power play. No, that can't just be the new excuse. And he had an open opportunity to shoot the puck on the power play.
Pass it off fucking what's his name? Skate.
Kreider?
No, he tried to center. He tried to get it to Kreider and hit the defenseman's skate. And Lafreniere he might have I don't want to say the best, but he very well could, because we really haven't seen it. He might have the best wrist shot snapshot on the entire fucking team. The kid's got hands. He's got a shot.
Yep.
Why is he like trying to force these passes? Why not shoot the fucking puck?
That one I can maybe see the argument of blaming coaching, killing his confidence on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. But the one where on the power play where he's passing the puck up the blue line, trying to get it through the middle of 4 Devils defenders. I'm sorry, that's a mental mistake. That is a you mistake, not a coaching mistake. And the other issue that I took with the way Twitter went about this last night is the fact that I don't know why Lafreniere seems to be immune to criticism, where everyone, if Patrick Kane did that, if Jake Leschyshyn did that, if Brett Howden did that, if anyone of those players did that, they would have been called, their head would have been called for by every Ranger fan. So that was my main issue. I'm not rooting against the guy. I want him to prove me wrong, like I keep saying, like we keep saying, but we just haven't seen a difference from year 1 to now. And it's like, when is it going to be? What's going to motivate him? Is this a JT Miller situation where he needs a change of scenery to succeed? I don't know.
I hope not.
But if that's the case, I mean, I cooked something up on Cat Friendly where, it could maybe be a dialogue to be initiated, but we'll see.
I actually compare this situation a little bit. Let's cross over sports real quick to when the Mets first got Lindor. When the Mets got Lindor, the hype was real. When the Rangers got Lafreniere, the hype was real. Year 1 was pretty fucking disappointing. With Lindor. Year 2 was like, okay, he had his first year. Let's see what happens. Year 2 was like, okay, I mean,
right, put up 9 points in the playoffs even too. It's like
all right, wow,
clutch in the first round.
Yeah, wow, this is good. Year 3, all right, kind of more of the same. Or are we in year 3 now at Lindor? Or is this year 4? This is year 3.
3.
This is okay, so never mind. So his year 2 is like, all right, yeah, I can see a little improvement. Then year 3 is like, damn, he popped the fuck off. Difference is we really haven't had that with Lafreniere yet. But in terms of fan dialogue, it was defend year 1 with a little bit of hatred. Year 2 was like defend a little bit of nervous, but he's showing signs. And year 3, it's like, all right, it worked out. We just need the it worked out part with Lafreniere now. It was a really bad analogy I gave there, but the starting point was hype into sad curiosity. What the fuck's going on here to hype? And hopefully Lafreniere gets the hype part.
I'm trying to think of like another comparison. Like the closest I could think of maybe is Zach Wilson, where it's like everyone's hyped because he's a top draft pick. The first year disappointing, but it's like, okay, it was a weird year. Everyone was like messed up with COVID and everything. Let's just see what happens. Year 2, he has some flashy moments, but then things really bad. And then year 3, it's like, holy shit, he sucks. It's like,
Like you'd at least expect like somewhat of a trend upward. And I talked about this on Twitter yesterday. Like it's not uncommon for human beings. Like you're in high school, you get big young, and then you stop growing at 17, 18 years old. You're stagnant for a few years. And at 22, 23 years old, you suddenly just pop off physically again. That's not uncommon. And that could be a Lafreniere thing. I mean, let's be honest. Like for his age, at 15 years old, he was a 40 goal scorer in the QMJHL. 15 scoring 40 goals. So physically, he matured very young. And then he kind of plateaued for a few years. So he could be still in a plateau phase. And we could see physical maturity, hopefully, or another physical physical growth this year or next year. Who knows? It's not impossible. He's still very young. Like he's going to turn 22 years old in a few days or a few weeks, whatever it is. So like we're not burying him saying it's over, it's Jover. It's not. He could still come back. All right. It is not Jover by any means. It's just
there still could be two presidents inside of him there.
It's just a little bit. It's just a little bit frustrating having to wait now in year 4 with our first overall pick, and we really have not seen a whole lot of meaningful growth.
Especially when we're seeing a 16th overall pick and a second round pick like starting to play better than him, and it's like that. This is just where
it's frustrating,
dude. I'm concerned, and it's like again, it's just the fact that there's just little to no differences from year 1 to now. Like the only difference is you could say that he's became more physical.
Right,
and like,
right.
That's what you want from your first overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not what you want. It'd be great if he could play physical and be a pest out there,
right,
and be scoring even 60 to 70 points at this point. Mm-hmm. I'm happy with that. I'll take a guy that is a pain in the ass to play against that puts up 60 to 70 points. Right. That I would take all day on my hockey team. But we're just not seeing even that. And he just doesn't look engaged every night, too. Like I saw a comment earlier about it. It's just, yeah, here it is. The big red flag is that he doesn't even look engaged. And we're just not seeing him put the effort in every night. And it looks like there's no improvement in his skating, in his conditioning. It just doesn't seem like there's been an improvement from year 1. And I don't know. I just don't know what it is. And I don't know what he needs to get a wake-up call, or if this is just like a scenario where I don't know how it happened, but he's just not good at the sport at all. Like I'm not at that point yet that to say he's just not good at the sport, but
there's something going on, dude. Like it seriously, it might be a mental thing. He might seriously right now just be a mental midget and going through something that is unexplainable and hard to understand as someone who's not playing professional sports. That very well could be the case. We don't know what David Quinn put up there. We don't know what he went through with Gerard Gallant. We don't know any of this stuff. But what we do know is what we see on the ice. And what we see on the ice is not good. And if it's a mental thing, I feel fucking terrible for him. And hopefully Laviolette can help him get over it if that is in fact the case. Because, I mean, dude, what we saw in juniors, how about this? Let's not use the QMJHL as an example because he lit up the QMJHL, but then again, who didn't light up the QMJHL? Fourth liners in the QMJHL put up 30, 40 points. So let's say it doesn't count. At the World Juniors, the Junior 20 tournament, Alexis Lafreniere was electric in those tournaments, playing against the best under 20 players in the world. Top of his game. He was insane. Remember that clip, that move he made where he comes, boom, and he goes fucking roof daddy, does that celly where he swings his arms out?
Yep.
That's the Lafreniere that we know exists. Elevates his game in the big moments against the best players. We're just not seeing it for some reason in the NHL. And I really think a lot of it has to do with it's got to be something mental. It has to be. A player that skilled, that good, and that physically gifted. Because let's be honest, he is pretty physically gifted. He's strong. He's shown moments multiple times where he's outmuscled some of the bigger players. When he dummied, and I know it was practice, when he dummied Kreider off the puck in practice a couple of weeks ago, that's pretty impressive. Like Chris Kreider's a guy. I don't know if you ever saw the video of Chris Kreider. Chris Kreider jumped out of a fucking 4-foot pool and landed on his feet like it was nothing. Like he outmuscled a literal bull on skates and beat him one-on-one. In the games, at least so far the preseason, the 2 games we've seen him play in, he's shown maybe 10% of that same ferocity, drive, and commitment. I think right now that we've had a day to digest and really, really think after all the chaos as the dust settles, I'm beginning to think it's seriously a mental thing, and there's something that we're missing.
And if that's the case, that really starts to make me question more if it's the blame should go towards the organization because
Yes.
one, how do
I
you
think it
let a
should.
player like this get mentally that fucked up that like a talent like that all of a sudden is fucked up? But we also have to remember how much the Rangers buried him between David Quinn,
Yep.
between the fact that management was not happy with it was either his first or second offseason with the Rangers. They were not happy with the way he handled his offseason. And maybe it buried him. Do I think that it should have buried him? No. If anything, I feel like he should have used it as motivation to be like, I'm going to prove these fuckers wrong, and then they're going to have to pony up 11 to $12 million for me. But some athletes and some people are just different and are maybe it let him affect them in a negative way.
Right.
So I still think both sides are to blame here, at least from what we see. But if it is a mental thing, then yeah, I definitely question the organization a lot more. But it seems like they're trying to give him a lot of leeway because at the same time, it's like, okay, if it is the organization mentally burying him, they're letting him get another chance here. They gave him another contract instead of trading him after his ELC. They've made him an untouchable numerous times, whether it's for Jack Eichel, whether it's for potentially Matthew Tkachuk, whether it's for whoever. They've made him basically an untouchable at this point. And it seems like they're riding or dying with him. Laviolette's trying him in the top 6.
Yeah, which you could appreciate that. You could absolutely appreciate that Laviolette at least made it a mission to get something out of the kid.
Yeah, and as of right now, he's not proving that he deserves it over Kaapo Kakko, especially who has looked as dominant as he has. Like, even though Kakko has not put up an absurd amount of points, you could tell he's making a difference. I put out the stats. I tweeted about that line with that Kakko was on with Cole and Brzezinski last night. Almost a 90 Corsi for at even strength. Almost insane. And 100 expected goals for at even strength. 100% at scoring chances for at even strength.
That is video game numbers. That is insane.
Come on.
That's insane.
We're not saying that's Johnny Brzezinski doing that.
No, right.
Kaapo Kakko has proved in both preseason games he's played thus far that he is a difference maker. And there might be a dialogue that needs to be started about him being the best 5v5 player for this hockey team.
I think he is. I 100% think he is.
I 1,000% think he is. I think it's not even a debate right now. But with
Lafreniere, like fast.
Yeah, he hadn't even on the power play too. It's just like the power play unit just looks so much better with him on the ice. But with Lafreniere, it's just like we're not seeing him. And for the people that are like, it's just preseason, this is the time for him to show up because he's playing lesser competition. And this is the time, and it's still games and it's still part of the season. Like, you got to make a name for yourself here. Like, no matter what, you got to prove it. You got to prove it.
It's the easiest chance to do it, especially with a new coach. You have something to show. You have something to prove. And all the shit he dealt with in the offseason, because like this dialogue didn't just start yesterday. It just got noticed yesterday because the fucking hockey's back and everyone's back on Twitter. We've been talking about Lafreniere for a very long time. Everyone's been talking about Lafreniere for a long time. You got to think he at least heard about him getting shit talked online, and if fans aren't happy with him or that he's got to take a step. Why would you not, as a motivated professional athlete, want to shut everyone the fuck up immediately instead of let the dialogue get louder? Instead of the whispers turning into talking, the talking turning into shouting, the shouting turning into roaring, because that's exactly what's happening now. Now it's just snowballing.
Yeah, and this is a good point too in the chat that like if he is struggling mentally, then yeah, it would be great if he could get help, but some guys aren't comfortable with that. So like I can't really say much for that there if it is a mental thing with Lafreniere. But at the same time too, like I don't know, like it's just I question too how much of like you just got to question how much of it is him at the same time also like just not performing well enough. But we'll see. I mean, I really believe, and I've been beating the drum for a while, that I truly think that if he's not producing enough, or at least looking like he's putting in an effort on a nightly basis come the trade deadline, I don't think he's going to be here. I think they're going to flip him to get whether it's help on defense if they need, which I think they should go for a defenseman at the deadline. But if they want to bolster the forward group, even more, then go ahead. Because I could tell you right now, there's a world where I said it in the video that I did the other day. Lafreniere could be a headpiece in a Steven Stamkos deal if he's willing to come to New York, and that could be the Ryan Callahan for Tampa Bay, where they get him. And if anything, it's better because they could maybe work on a younger guy's game and get him to potentially be not necessarily a first overall pick level player, but at least be an effective player. If there's any organization that could do it, it's Tampa.
That scares the shit out of me, man, because you know for a fact if he goes to Tampa, he's going to be a fucking mutant. And he's going to torture us for 15 years.
Oh, yeah. I know it. I expect it. Even if he goes to there's a handful of organizations where I feel like he'll thrive in, but then there's some where I don't think he'll thrive in. But I cooked on Cat Friendly earlier. Stamkos. I
pull it up. Pull it up.
I can't pull it up right now. Let me see if I could. I actually took a screenshot of it. Let me see if I could get the screenshot up though. I have to find it though. So this is without the Rangers making a move for a defenseman come the trade deadline. So let me cook. This is an ideal trade deadline type scenario for the Rangers.
Jesus Christ.
How sick does that first line look?
That's actually fucking crazy.
That's insane.
Can you imagine that first line? With a healthy Patrick Kane, too.
I feel like I'm watching like fucking like be a GM mode. That's like, that is crazy. That would be sick.
And for the people that say it's unrealistic, yeah, whatever. One, let me dream. Two, they said that Kane and Tarasenko wasn't possible in the same deadline.
Right.
So you never know. But in this scenario, obviously Gaudreau and Lafreniere are out. That's how the cap ended up working with those guys. So
I would even swap Hedl and Stamkos because Stamkos is actually a really good center.
The only reason I did it this way is because I felt like, you know what? Let Steven Stamkos, like, you're good enough at center. Let Steven Stamkos come here and just let him fucking score goals. Let him have pressure off him. Let him just come in and score some goals for this team. But if they want him at center, whatever. They're Jack Carl here if Stamkos is here. They definitely have options. Same with Patrick Kane being back. They have a lot of different ways they could configure this lineup. But this would be...
That is insane.
Yeah, that would be...
Thing I would say is I would replace VC and maybe pick up a guy like Jake Lecision.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
You actually just... Matter of fact, that point just ruined my immersion. I want you to delete this team.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me take it off the screen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, back to the drawing board on that one now.
If you can't fit Lecision, I don't want it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you forget someone? Why did you not invite my man Blood?
Oh God, Jake the Snake Lecision, Jake Lacardio. Also, where's Archibald? That's a little insulting.
What the hell?
Well, he's a free agent. It's kind of insulting.
Yeah,
maybe stung me just a little bit.
I got to get back to the drawing board. I'll get back to you guys on that.
Why don't you go ahead and do that for me?
And I'll make sure Tyler Mott's back too.
Yep. Can't forget that.
I'll make sure Lecision, Mott, and Archibald's the fourth line. We will be there. But
sign me up for that.
Imagine also the power play with Stamkos.
Oh my God!
Zibanejad, the trigger man on one, Stamkos as the trigger man on the other. We fucking were hyped about Tarasenko coming over. Imagine they get fucking Stamkos.
God,
Stamkos is way better than Tarasenko was last year. I can guarantee it.
And you know what? To follow up on Robert Schmidt's comment, I actually think it's possible to get Stamkos without trading Laffy. I do think it's possible, especially if people our teams are becoming aware that they're not going to re-sign him and just could take a shot at him in a free agency. I don't know. I think it's very, very doable. This is the third time in Stamkos' career he's been linked very heavily to the Rangers. The first time was when the faux trade happened with the fake owner GM guy. You have the lead up to the 2015 free agency, I think it was.
2016.
2016 free agency where, I mean, it was the Rangers, Toronto, and Detroit, I remember, were the big three. And you have now.
Yeah. I mean, it really depends if he wants New York. Like I said, I really believe that New York and Toronto will be the two teams that he narrows it down to. And if that happens, then I'm a little scared because I feel like Toronto will give them will trade William Nylander there potentially.
I think that's the most likely situation. A Nylander, Matthews, because that would be kind of the Callahan St. Louis swap. The ages there match up pretty close.
The thing is that like Nylander is just so much better than Callahan. And knowing Brisebois, he'll give up Stamkos with like a first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Like it's Tanner Jeannot.
Right. We'll let him cook on that trade, dude. God dang. Listen, I'm a Jeannot fan, but that was a whole national.
2 firsts for Brandon Hagel too. Like, people were like, "Oh, you're unrealistic with that trade for Stamkos." People were trying to tell me that. Am I really? I feel like if anything, I was underselling it, and the Rangers might get a first in that trade.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. It's entirely possible. Well, who knows, dude? Like these, we know how unpredictable these trades are. People fucking shit on us all the time for these trade proposals, and I hate to say it, when you do historical data research, you pretty much find the middle line on every trade. Just like what happened last year.
Wait, GMs are creatures of habits? What is that? Isn't
that such a bizarre thing to see? It's weird. It's like, what's that old saying? How history repeats itself. Yeah. It's kind of weird how that works out. Like how shit really doesn't doesn't change. Trades typically stay similar in value with players in similar scenarios and similar outputs. It's actually fucking crazy when you think about it.
Wow.
It pissed me off so much.
It is crazy. I just wish more fans would actually.
Everyone's a fucking armchair GM, dude. It's just there's no point in trying to reason with them because you'll never be able to have a realistic argument online. Now this is not an indictment of everyone. There are a handful of people that will actually sit there and have discourse, but the majority of people just like to sit there and scream and cry their little eyes out.
Yeah, and be like, this player's worth so much more. How much were we pretty much nailing the Patrick Kane trade all along that it was going to be like. We overstated the trade. Yeah, I always overstated to be safe.
Yeah.
But that's what I did with the video that I just did because I think Lafreniere a first, third, and Robertson. I feel like they might be able to just get him for like Lafreniere second and like another middle prospect or a pick.
Right.
But like fans will be like, no. Not understanding that players might with no trade clauses might only want to go to a certain destination. Right. GMs are creatures of habits, like we keep repeating. Or again, if you just look at historical trades, like people just can't understand too that if Stamkos is asking for a trade out, Tampa's value or the value Tampa gets back diminishes.
Especially when he says, "Hey, it's my no movement clause. I'm only willing to go here." It's weird too. It's like, who was the last player before Patrick Kane to say, "I will only go to the New York Rangers"? Oh, Eric Stahl. Oh, what did they trade for Eric Stahl? Pretty much exactly what they traded for Patrick Kane. And that was my comparable the entire time. Mika Hughes from Australia. That's pretty dope.
Let's answer this question. Who do you guys want to see on the third and fourth line? How many games you think Quick will get? That's an interesting question. I want to start with Jonathan Quick because I'm concerned about Quick. He's probably going to play in tomorrow's preseason game, if I had to guess. And if he has a bad game, and Garon looks good in his half of the game, a dialogue has to be initiated there.
I will say this. I think it's going to be Quick, whether or not Garon outplays him. And I think you're going to see a season similar to what we used to do with Lundqvist, and you might see a backup goalie that gets less than 15 games. He might hit 20, but I think the workload and the prayer of health is going to be on Shesterkin this season, barring anything unseen.
I think they want to take some pressure off of him. I really do.
100%. 100% they want to, but if they can't.
That's why I think Garand, they're going to give him a legitimate shot to win this backup job. I truly believe it. And if he does win this backup job, Stamkos is a Ranger earlier. Tampa needs a goalie. Jonathan Quick to Tampa.
Does Quick have a full move?
They're getting Louis Domingue back. Let's go.
Does Quick have a full no move?
Oh fuck! Don't do this to me.
Yeah, I don't.
I think it's a modified. They slightly learned from it's modified. They slightly learned from
Okay.
Halak.
I could see that getting ugly real quick. I don't see a scenario where it's not Quick, even if Garon drastically outplays him. And I want to ignore the first part of the question, at least the first half of it, the third line, because I think the Rangers right now are not looking on it as a third line.
I think it's a top 9.
Yeah, right. They're seeing a top 9 guys. They're going to be rolled out with similar minutes. Obviously, Zibanejad and Panarin are going to see the vast majority of those minutes, but I think that the other 7 are going to see a pretty even distribution. The fourth line, however, I think is pretty straightforward. I don't want to say easy because nothing with the Rangers is ever fucking easy. I think you're going to see VC and Pitlick switch out on the wing. I think you'll see hopefully Gaudreau and you'll see VC
No.
Pitlick, Gaudreau, and Bonino as the center.
At this rate, the way Bonino's playing, you gotta put Gaudreau on that 4C, and you gotta put VC on the wing and Pitlick there. Pitlick and VC have looked far and away better than Bonino.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially Pitlick.
I agree. I to tell you the truth, I just wish Barclay Gaudreau wasn't on the Rangers, and this wouldn't even have to be a difficult discussion. But we decided to pay a fourth line fucking winger who had one good season and had one or a few good shifts during a cup run, almost $4 million. We decided to do that. By the way, Frank Vetrano makes, I think, just under what Barclay Gaudreau makes.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he
Isn't
does.
that exciting? Isn't it so exciting? Oh, but don't worry. He won 2 cups and he's gritty. And I heard he's a great leader. I heard he's great. Other than that, he's good for an untimely penalty. He's slightly above average on the PK. Yeah, he's a decent skater. Plays hard.
Ruin the number 21 for Derek Stepan.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think the other thing too, I think Will Culley gets a legit shot. I mean, Laviolette seems to love him. I love him, but I don't know.
He's making it tough, dude. Like Othman and Cooley are
making this tough.
Or both saying save me a spot. I just don't know. I don't know who's going to get the spot. I don't know if they're going to send them both down. But I think the issue is if you're going to have Cooley up, if you're going to put him on the fourth line, he's better off on the fucking minors. Don't waste him on the fourth line.
Dude, I don't know though. I don't know if one of those guys is making the team. Like you look at the waiver list, they put Belzile, Bleed, Elson, whatever, Emberson, Mackey, and Nash on waivers. That's 6 guys right there, and
Coley and they reassign down.
I know you like Emberson. I was pissed off with his game.
I was all right because I think we got what we should have expected from Emerson. Just mostly sound defense, but there's still growth to be had. With the remaining forwards on the roster, I think the 13th forward or the final forward spot being fought for is between Brzezinski, Cooley, and Othman. I think Cooley and Othman are going to get sent down. I think they'll get games at points during the season. But I think because of waivers and because they probably don't want Cooley and Othman getting no minutes or no games at all, they're just going to give Bronze the spot, I think.
Yeah, I could see that. Even though, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be hard to... I think Coley makes it. I think Othman doesn't. I think Coley makes it. Laviolette really loves Coley. I'm really thinking that he ends up getting the spot. And the fact that he's still here and that they sent a bunch of players down, I don't know. I think
he's not making it easy, dude. I think it looks like he's NHL ready. Another issue is, and not that I'm complaining about it, because again, this has only been preseason, but I think the Rangers overcompensated a little bit this offseason when they signed Blake Wheeler, because I don't think they believe that Cooley and Othman are going to be ready. I'm not saying I don't want Wheeler, and I'm not saying that Othman and Cooley are better than Wheeler is right now, but I think having Wheeler there is 100% taking away a spot from Cooley or Othman, who, from what it looks like, are both NHL ready.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, this is going to be a tough decision. This is definitely. It's nice though to be Jack Harlow and have options here.
Yes,
It's
yes.
really nice that
We're
they.
not complaining about having options.
It's nice to have a competition here. Even the blue line. I mean, Gustafsson won the spot. I never had a doubt there. That's my guy, Eric Gustafsson.
Dude, Gussie's been legit.
It is so funny if you looking back at this offseason, just seeing the contract guys like Gudis got, Gostisbehere, I said it at the time, Klingberg, I said at the time. Who were some of the other guys? Justin Hall and like all these guys because they're big defensemen. And then Gustafsson signs for as much as he did. That was a steal. The question really is going to come down to what the fuck? Okay. The question's going to come down to
that was so fast. Dude, that was so fast.
Anyway,
oh my
the
God.
question's going to come down to Braden Schneider. I really don't think he deserves a spot right now. I don't. He looks so bad.
If he's not waiver eligible, I think you're going to see a Hedl year 3 type deal where Hedl got sent down for a minute, then played his ass off in Hartford and worked his way back up. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, you know, Schneider's still a young player.
He's waiver exempt.
He is waiver exempt. It's not unlikely. And to tell you the truth, I think right now you have the options, and you could pass that bitch like Stockton. Send Schneider down to start. If you need to.
I was gonna say it, but I forgot what the line was for a second. I blanked out completely.
Oh my God, because both Jones and Gustafsson have been good enough to where they both honestly deserve the spot and could
even
get
Mac
the spot.
Hollowell.
Yeah, Hollowell's like you've had guys that have played well enough to where it's not the worst thing in the world if Schneider has to start the year in the minors, and it just happens. You know, it's it is what it is.
The only thing, Matt, though, even if Hollowell does have a good game, unless he looks like Bobby Orr out there, I just have a hard time thinking Schneider's going to be sent down just because of how much the organization loves him.
Yeah.
But I truly don't think he deserves a spot right now. Like, he's visibly been awful. He's visibly been awful. And I was talking here about how I don't know what it is, because like I was here talking about him potentially having a big year, being the sleeper for the team, and being a guy that could be on the second pair. He doesn't look like he belongs in the NHL right now.
Yeah, really, really tough start. But then again, who knows? Like maybe these preseason games are just him getting his feet back under him. And you know what, too? It's tough for young guys, especially like Schneider, who clearly has a tendency to try to gain as much weight as possible and be big. He could just be settling into a new frame at game speed. I didn't look at the reports. I don't know if he gained weight or change something in his game or his training that could have affected his skating or something. So who knows? But he's definitely right now in a weird adjustment phase, and he needs to get over it because we kind of need Schneider. He was excellent last year.
Yeah, I mean, we need to like physically hear him say it because I don't take much stock into the weights published on all these websites and apps because like
it's impossible, dude.
They change every year. One year the guy could have had a shit ton of food before he took weight. One year the guy could have took a massive shit before he got weight. So it's like you don't fucking know.
Right. Who knows who had like fucking Moe's. Yeah, right. Like you don't know. Like maybe someone was stuffing their face. That's a man of God. Maybe there was a cannoli tray before and went right to their thighs, just like fucking Squidward. He had too many Krabby Patties, and it is what it is. Listen, it happens to the best of us. It's just impossible to tell. And they only do one weigh-in, so
Krabby Patties down the thighs. That's fucking crazy.
Then they'll go straight to your thighs. And then you'll blow up.
We'll move on to the NHL player ratings.
Yes. I could finally scream, I could yell, and I could be angry. I'm in a good mood now. Bring them up. Share the fucking screen.
Do you have it pulled up?
Oh, yeah. All right. You want me to pull them up? Tell me where. Just send me the link. I'll pull them up.
Let me see if I could even find it. I didn't have it on the ready. Do we want to go with the list or the full list, or do we want the rankings? I mean, I think we could actually get the list. Okay, yeah, I found. Oh my God! All right.
Hold on. Hold on. We're on the website now. Where is this shit?
It'll be coming up right here. I'll go back up.
I'm gonna do quickly a little bit of a proper intro for this because I'm gonna clip this for another video.
Mm-hmm.
So
milking this.
here we are doing. Yeah, I'm milking it. Yeah, I'm getting more clicks. Why not?
Fuck it.
Yeah, why not?
Get
so
some
here we are
right.
doing NHL 24 player rating reviews.
Yes.
So let's
I'm gonna
pull it up. Let me get that off the screen. Put that up on the screen. All right. So first, what do we want to do? We want to go with the top.
Do you want? Let's do positions
and then top 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
You should be scared because it's about to get really fucking loud in here.
Oh no.
Excusez-moi.
I thought it was top 10. Okay.
Oh, I'm already pissed off.
All right. So JT Miller. What the fuck? I just want to see.
Click his plus.
They're making you pre-order the game.
Yeah, great. I mean, you click on one fucking thing, and look, now the whole website just shut down. They're in shock that I didn't pre-order the game just right now.
I'm not gonna get money off this clip. I just got demonetized there.
Look at this crap, dude. Now the whole EA Sports can't even build a fucking website, and we expect them to make a game, bro. God, look at this shit.
All right, let's
left wingers.
Let's see if we can get there. All right.
What? Tell me what I click on. Okay, the plus. Okay. All right. So JT Miller. All right. So tape to tape and unstoppable forward. X factors are a little bit weird. 87 over. All right. There could be a lot worse ratings.
He's a two-way forward.
Where are you getting two-way forward? Where are you getting two-way forward from? He's not shown anything that. Okay. All right. I'm not going to lose my mind.
What play style would you give him?
A playmaker or a sniper? I think playmaker is fair.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking playmaker.
I
was thinking maybe even you could say power forward.
But they call him a two-way forward and they give him 86 defensive awareness. What about 86 defensive awareness goes oh, you know what? That's a two-way guy. A two-way guy would be fucking, especially 87 overall is 90. 89 or 90. And also, I want to say this too, and I'm going to rant about this hard later. The inflation of the ratings is fucking ridiculous because it leaves no room for growth or nothing new and exciting to come of actually playing franchise mode and getting a good draft, a franchise player in a draft. Because a franchise player grows to 91 or 92 overall, of which there are fucking 30 of them already in the game. So is it really a franchise player or is it just another fucking all-star? I digress.
I have your answer as to why he is a two-way forward in this game.
Why?
So I pulled up his hockey reference.
Oh, God.
And you notice something.
What?
He had a Selke vote. He was dead last, but he had a Selke vote. So he was 34th in the Selke voting. Sounds good. Two-way forward. He had a Selke vote. You can't argue with that.
Stupid. All right, Kevin Fiala, 87. I'm okay with that. Fiala's a good player.
Yeah.
The X factors make sense. You know what? This is an okay rating, 87 overall. And we're not going to talk about we're not going to talk about players that were omitted or left out because I'm telling you right now we could do this for hours and I would scream my house awake and wake up the neighbors and their neighbors. So we're not going to do that. But Kevin Fiala, 87. Everything makes sense here. I have no complaints about Kevin Fiala. I mean, one thing I will say I think is a little bit funny is how they give him wheels, but they won't fucking tell you his fucking skating's attributes. But it's fine.
Oh yeah, that they don't have the speed on here because they did
fastest players.
Yeah, we might have to go to
morons.
We might have to go to Twitter after for that. But Zach Hyman.
Yeah,
I mean.
All right. So with Zach Hyman, 87, fine. 87's fine.
Two-way forward now.
I would lean more towards a power forward, especially with these fucking X factors.
Power forward.
And I'm okay with it. I'm controlling myself.
His play style's a power forward. He's not
right.
Yeah.
He's a power forward.
Right, but when you're inflating, okay, I'm gonna keep calm. Carter Verhaeghe, I think 80 again. Where are we getting two-way forward from? Power forward or sniper? He scored 42 fucking goals last year.
Yes, he should be.
Where are you getting two-way forward from? Where are you getting that from? What the fuck? Oh, two-way forward that scored 42 goals, but let's make sure we give him 87 offensive rating. You know what this fucking tells me? Is that they don't go through and edit the player types. They just go in and fuck with their numbers. Because Carter Verhaeghe's been a two-way forward for 9 years. Because that's how long he's been in the fucking game. It's like, oh, why would we update that? No, two-way forward, just leave it. Oh, no. That's too much. But let's go in there and give him fucking X factors that make you think he'd be a fucking sniper. Ooh, I'm going to be calm. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. I'm fine. Okay.
Former Ranger, Jonathan Marchessault.
Jonathan Marchessault. Again, I would wish he was a little bit higher of an overall. The X factors make sense. I would think you'd want to put tape to tape, relentless, maybe make it snappy on there. 32 years old, playmaker, fine. You know what? Whatever. I'll get over.
This one's not egregious.
No, it's not. It's reasonable. I would argue he could be made a little bit better. I mean, what's his poise at? I mean, he just won the Conn Smythe, and he has fucking 85 poise. Okay? Poise would insinuate if a player has poise, they come up during the big moments when it matters. This guy just won the Conn Smythe. Yeah, I think 85's okay. I fucking morons. All right, Gabriel Landeskog. How many games did Landeskog play last year? Can somebody tell me?
I could try and find that out.
Or somebody go on Hockey Reference and tell me how many hits Gabriel Landeskog has
Landeskog. He played a guess his total of games this past year. I wanted to guess it.
40.
0.
Okay,
so he played 51 the year before. What's his durability? 80 durability. Yep, 80 durability. Has not played he played a full season, a shortened season, or at least close to it. But before that, in the bubble year, couldn't even reach 70 games. He played 54. But 80 durability. Right.
He does throw a decent amount of hits. Okay, so I'm not gonna get on that too. Okay, yeah, fine. Whatever. All right. Whatever. I'm just gonna move on before I start fucking slamming my mouse. Huberdeau, 88 overall. I think that's fair. Guy took a step back from I don't know where you're getting 80. Like the fucking legitimate playmaker that has no defensive prowess at all. You're giving him 88 defensive awareness, but the fucking two-way forwards have lower.
The guy who didn't want to play for Daryl Sutter because of the fact that he doesn't play defense.
Right. And I guess Jonathan Huberdeau is a known body checker with fucking 80 body checking.
Yep.
See what I mean about the inflate? Oh, hold on. 82 shot blocking, because you know how good and how often Jonathan Huberdeau is down there fucking blocking shots. Fucking assholes. Like, they don't even fucking think. They're like, we need the overall number up. How about just weigh the fucking overall categories differently for different player types? Or do a little bit of fucking research. It doesn't make any sense for him to have 80 body checking, 82 shot blocking. It makes no fucking sense. I mean, you're saying 82 shot blocking. Jesper Foss shot blocking last year was like 84. And he blocks the most shots amongst forwards. You're going to tell me that Jonathan Huberdeau is 2 overall less better at blocking shots than Jesper Foss, who literally wakes up and blocks a shot before he brushes his fucking teeth and takes his morning piss? What the fuck are you talking about? Jake Gensel, 88 overall. I think Gensel should be a lot better than an 88 overall. I think Gensel's a legitimately good player. I agree with the sniper. I think you could give him more X factors. I think Jake Gensel's overrated. I don't know where you're getting 85 shot blocking and 83 body checking from. I don't know what asshole you're pulling that out of, but there you go. You have 91 stick checking because I don't know. Let's go Jesper Brock, because now I'm on fucking fire. Now I'm moving. All right. Here we go. Jesper Bratt, elite edges making snappy wheels. I agree with all that. That's fine. Fine. I mean, I might throw tape to tape in there, but whatever. All right, here we go. Discipline, everything looks good here. You know what, Jesper Bratt? Not egregious, not bad. The 88 defensive awareness, the 80 body checking, I don't fucking know. The 80 shot blocking, I don't know where you're getting it from, but you know what? It's there. It's fine, because we're just going to deal with this at this point. This is the fucking game we're given. This is what we pay $70, $80 a year for. All right, Philip Forsberg. Somehow has less X factors than the people below him at a lower overall. Back at you, it's tricky. It's
should he really be a two-way forward?
That's where he's going. The fucking two-way forward again. 85 defensive awareness. Where are you getting two-way forward from? You just showed me snipers like Jonathan Huberdeau that don't even kill penalties with higher defensive awareness. Okay, my God Almighty, and he has 80 shot blocking. You're gonna tell me the fucking two-way forward has the same shot blocking attribute as the playmaker, who literally wouldn't play for a coach because he wanted to play defensive? You're gonna sit there and tell me this? Oh, and hold on, the best part: you give him back at you zone ability and 84 body checking. What the fuck am I looking at? You're going to sit there and tell me that Jesper Bratt is 4 overall body checking less than the guy you gave back at you a body checking fucking ability. You're going to tell me he's 4 overall less than him. You're going to look me dead in the eyes as a human being with a heart, a soul, and tell me this makes logical sense? Who is doing these fucking ratings? He has 80 durability. This guy has the same durability as a player that just missed an entire fucking season. Am I losing my mind?
Yes, Matt said you need anger management classes.
Dude, like, this is fucking crazy. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, all right, let's go to page 1. Let's while we're already laughing our ass off, everyone's pissing their panties, having a good. Go ahead. What do you got?
Is Chris Kreider on this list at all?
No, I don't think Chris Kreider's on this list. But while we're all pissing our pants, everyone's having a good time. Let's keep laughing at Nick. All right, here we go. Kyle Connor, the known body checker, has 2 overall less body checking than fucking Philip Forsberg with a body checking attribute. Let's go there. Okay, here we go. Discipline looks good. Oh, hold on. What's his okay. First of all, 89 overall I think is underrated for a guy that didn't Kyle Connor just score 50 fucking goals?
He did.
Okay, he just scored 50 fucking goals. You gave him wheels, magnetic, make a snappy touch. So 2 of those things make sense for a sniper. And you don't think like, okay, he just scored 50 goals. Yeah, let's go 89 overall, but give him a high body awareness. And right, like 88 defensive awareness, the wrist shot accuracy power 93-90. But I'm sure there's going to be guys significantly that have scored significantly less than 50 goals that have better shooting attributes than fucking Kyle Connor. Oh, I'm sure we're going to see that here in a second. All right, here we go. Johnny Hockey, Johnny Ham and Cheese, who's known to not have a very hard shot, but have a very accurate shot.
Has same shooting as Connor.
89 shot power. You're telling me 89 shot power. He has 1 overall less than the guy that just scored 50 fucking goals and outweighs him by maybe 50 or 60 pounds. You're going to sit there, look me in the eyes and tell me that. Let's look at his X factor. And I don't think 89 overall is egregious. I think 89 overall for an overall is very reasonable for Johnny Gaudreau. And I think these X factors make perfect sense. I have no complaints about Johnny Gaudreau other than the fact, I don't know where you're getting 76. It should be in the fucking 60s. You got his shot blocking right, jerks. But where are you getting this shot power from? Where are you finding this? Like Brady Tkachuk. All right. You don't give him back at you. Like, right? Like, you don't give him, but you give the two-way forward, Philip Forsberg, back at you, who has a body-checking fucking category that is 8 overall less than the literal power forward that fucks people up for a living. Okay. No, that's fine. No. 70 discipline, that makes sense. Sure. 82 shot blocking. Another guy that puts his body line every fucking night, block shots, is all the shit, but let's give him an 82 shot blocking. Moving on. But don't worry. Don't worry. This guy that weighs like 230 something pounds is a literal fucking mutant on skates. His wrist shot is equally as hard as Johnny Gaudreau, who he may outweigh by nearly 80 pounds.
Fighting skill at an 82.
Where'd you see that? Are you fucking... all right.
Wait, pull up Johnny Gaudreau's fighting for a second. I just want to see.
Okay, 65. Okay.
Okay, I was going to say.
Evan,
if that was an 80,
right now. I'm volatile right now, bro.
If that was an
don't
80.
open a can of worms like that. Kyle Connor, all reasonable. 89 overall, I think is very. I think everything right here is reasonable. Clayton Keller. I don't know. I don't know where you're getting that he has a softer wrist shot than Johnny Gaudreau. I don't know where you're getting the 80 shot blocking from, but you know what? This is reasonable. I have nothing to complain about. Clayton Keller here. I think you could debate to make his shot harder. I don't know why or his durability is so low. I don't think the guy has he ever missed a fucking game in his career.
I'm gonna cry laughing if Marchand's fighting is lower than Johnny Gaudreau by some chance. Okay, it's not.
Okay, so it's 80, which means
80.
Marchand would go toe to toe with fucking Brady. And again, two-way forward. I could almost see two-way forward with Marchand because he is a defensive nut job. I'll give it to him. Listen, I'll give him a mulligan on this one. I think it's crazy that he doesn't have a fucking superstar X factor. What's it called? Not a zone ability. Zone ability, right? Instead of a superstar ability. I think that should be maxed out for Marchand. 88. I don't. Is there anything? 83. Like you're telling me that fucking Jonathan Huberdeau, his shot blocking is nearly on par with Brad Marchand. You're out of your fucking mind. And defensive awareness only at a 91. Like I think Marchand, I don't think he's underrated in overall. I think certain categories are criminally underrated. And I think he has a harder shot than fucking Johnny Gaudreau, but EA Sports will tell you otherwise. Let's see, Alexander Ovechkin. Let's see who's 95. Okay. Fighting skill 80. This makes sense. Slap, yeah, right. Good. Shot blocking 83. Right. Like Alexander Ovechkin, the noted fucking shot blocker, equal shot blocking to Brad Marchand. Defensive awareness of 86. Right. Because he kills so many penalties and does so much shit like that. Puck control, poise. All right, yeah. So this is pretty fair.
Defensive awareness.
Like, where are you pulling that from? Like, what, dude? Like, whose asshole are you pulling that out of? It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Other than those ridiculous shot blocking and defensive awareness stats, I think Ovechkin's fair. All right, Kirill Kaprizov, 80 body checking. All right, but you don't give Kirill Kaprizov a zone ability.
How is Wheels on his fucking zone ability?
Are you fucking kidding?
Elite edges.
Like no elite edges on the guy that literally is the Mohawk machine. Like he doesn't even skate forward anymore. He literally just mohawks up and down the ice. If you watch, he's always fucking shimmying. He's always shaking. But no, we're not gonna give him that. Yeah, 80 body checking. Let's see a shot block. All right, 77 block check, a shot blocking, fine. Right, durability. He gets hurt so often.
Scroll up to the top.
What?
Scroll to the top.
What do you mean the top?
Scroll to the top.
The thing?
Yeah, what's his agility? Scroll down.
94 agility. That's fair. The defensive awareness at 87. I don't know where you're getting that from. The shot is accurate. The stick checking, I mean, I guess he causes a lot of turnovers. But again, there's like little things
where,
you're
like,
missing.
the speed is and everything too, like up there when you scroll up?
Yeah, okay. So now we could actually see this.
Okay, so we'll look at that after.
Okay.
With everything quickly.
So Jason Robertson, they got him up to a 92. Great. I think he deserves it. He had a phenomenal season last year. I don't know how you're not maxing out his superstar abilities. He just had 100 fucking points.
89 defensive awareness.
An 85 body check. Is he a
Wait,
fucking
what's his
body
fighting?
check? Oh no. 75. Okay.
Okay, I saw green and I thought maybe it was like an 80 or something. I was like, no fucking way.
Exact thing, dude.
Jason Robertson, not at all unrealistic. I think it's ridiculous that he doesn't have maxed out zone abilities, but that's fine. Artemi Panarin, I can't wait. Like, where are you getting 92 speed from Artemi Panarin from? Where are you getting that from? He's not fucking fast. He's never shown that he's fast. He's never been fast. It's not his play style. Yeah, 78 body checking, sure. 80 shot blocking, yeah, right. Sack. Deaking 96, yeah, that's fair. I don't know where you're getting 78 body checking.
Player type, right?
I'm okay. I don't know where you're getting 90. Where is 90 defensive awareness? Where is that fucking coming from? Where are you getting 90 defensive awareness from? Must be out of your fucking minds, dude. And 95 poise. The guy that can't score in the playoffs has a poise rating that is 10 overall higher than the fucking Conn Smythe winner. Make it make sense. Matthew Tkachuk. At least they fucking maxed out his.
I heard though that poise doesn't even like have any impact on the game sim.
It probably fucking doesn't. It's a fucking joke, like everything else in this game. Tkachuk, I really can't. I don't know. I think his fighting skills should be higher, but other than that, I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything here that's missed out on.
Matt said in the comments that Panarin's speed went up because he's bald now.
A little bit more aerodynamic. All right. That's it for the left wingers. You want to move on to the right wingers?
Wait, are you able to sort like who the fastest left winger they did is? Like, are you able to click on it? And I want to see.
All right, good. Yeah, I'm sorry. Panarin is not faster than Keller. He's definitely not faster than Jesper Bratt. He's not faster than Fiala. He's definitely not faster than Gensel. Like, what are you talking about? Like, dude, like what the fuck are like? Yeah, Verhaeghe, 87 speed. Right. Yeah. Okay. It's fucking so stupid. Let's move on to the right wingers now. My fucking gut hurts from fucking yelling so much. Konechny, 86 overall. Whatever. I get two-way forward. Yeah, right. All right. Yeah, two-way forward. Konechny, noted two-way. I mean, I guess. I guess. Whatever. 80. Whatever. Vladimir Tarasenko, yeah, 84 body checking, 86 defensive awareness, 80 shot blocking. Listen, we saw Tarasenko with the Rangers last year. You know, he's always getting in front of pucks. He's the first guy on the PK. I'm about to lose my mind. Here we go. Cole Caulfield. Let's see. 75 body checking, throw so many hits, 86 defensive awareness. They got his shot blocking right and his body checking the closest to right. Yeah, Cole Caulfield. I can't complain. I think he's got a harder shot than Gaudreau, but they're saying it's equal. All right, I can't complain about Cole Caulfield. Good rating. Good job. See, Timo Meier. Big red close crash. Fine. Power forward. Fine. 87 defensive awareness. All right. I'll give you a mulligan on that one. Sure. You know what? Doesn't look bad. No, doesn't look bad at all. Shot blocking. Man, you know, he's an argument, but fine. DeBrincat. Ankle breaker. Magnetic. Okay. All right.
I was hoping DeBrincat was a two-way forward just to see your reaction to that.
I would have
power forward.
I would have frisbeed my fucking laptop shot. Yeah. Listen, you know what? For the right winger so far, so good.
Troy Terry.
See Troy Terry. Yeah, noted two-way forward, Troy Terry. Two-way forward with fucking 85 defensive awareness, 85 body checking for some reason, and 80 shot blocking. Right.
Wait, who had a higher defensive awareness, DeBrincat or Terry? There's no fucking way. There's no way. I don't know why I said anything.
Moving on.
The two-way forward.
Defensive guru at 88 overall. The sniper with higher defensive awareness than the fucking two-way forward below him. Toffoli, I think they got right. I think they could have made Toffoli a little bit better even. Fine with Toffoli. Evidently, he body checks equally to fucking
defensive awareness higher, by the way, than Troy Terry also.
Yeah.
Two-way forward.
You know Patrick Laine, the defensive guru he is.
Higher than Troy Terry.
Fucking two-way forward. Body checking 83. Yeah, he throws so many body checks. I forgot how much Laine hits.
Matt said I see the world burning in Nick's eyes.
All right, let's see. Alex Tuck.
Oh, no.
Powerful. Okay. Higher overall than everyone else, but only two X factors. Okay. 80, yeah. All right.
How is his durability in 85? That dude's always due for an injury.
Because you know, because it makes sense. Why would you even question that, Evan? Why would you question it? It's in the game. Don't you know it's EA Sports? It's in the fucking game. You haven't fucking figured that out yet, Evan?
You're right. I'm a fucking
It's not in the
asshole.
game for you. What's in the game for me? Well, here we go. The fastest skater in the NHL.
Kyra the same speed as Panarin.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
The guy that won the fastest skater competition, fucking faster than McDavid, but he's fucking the same speed as Panarin. Okay. At least they gave him wheels. Playmaker, 77 body checking, 89 defensive awareness, fucking 4 higher than the two-way forward just below him. That makes sense. Durability. Yeah, all right. Yeah, no, it is what it is.
This isn't as bad.
No, I'm not upset. So I think the right wings is the closest to right they've had. All right. Joe Pavelski, two-way forward, I wouldn't be upset at. All right, two-way forward, I'm okay with that for Pavelski. Maybe the Deacon could definitely be a little bit higher.
What's his fighting? 75. Durability and 80.
Did you see hand-eye anywhere? What's his hand-eye? Is it not on here?
Wait,
hand-eye should be like 99.
Wait, what X factors does he have?
He should have big tipper.
Yeah, he does have big tipper. What? I was gonna say, how does he not have big tipper?
Fucking 98 hand-eye.
Oh my god.
Fucking consistently a 70 fucking 80 point scorer. Known to deflect pucks. But let's leave out big tipper.
Yep.
Fucking morons. Anyways.
Pavel Buchnevich.
Bucci gang. Playmaker, okay. All right, this is not unfair. So I think
known shot blocker.
Known shot blocker. God almighty. Like it could be worse. Could be worse. I don't know where 80 discipline is coming from.
Patty Kane, people did not like that 89 for him.
No, Patty Kane. All right.
What's the defense
body
for him?
Checking. 79 shot blocking, 70 discipline. He's known for taking penalties. Right, yeah, and he's known for blocking shots with fucking
Known for
higher
his
shot
defense
blocking.
more
Same
than
shot blocking as a fucking two-way
defense
forward.
higher than
Yeah, 87
Terry's
defense.
also.
Yeah. No, you didn't know Patrick Kane was the fucking number one penalty killer in the
95
league?
Deacon, by the way.
Right. Let's see, William Nylander. Let's see, Nyslander is what we should call it. 88, didn't have a 90-point season or anything last year. 88 defensive awareness, 80 body checking. He throws bod. You know that 88 defensive awareness. Yeah, no, this is William Nylander.
Yeah, Leaf
all
fans
right.
don't call him soft or anything for not throwing
No,
body checks.
no. He's not saucy. He's saucy. He's fucking 80 body checking. All right, here we go.
85 body checking for
Yeah, no,
Chicago.
no, that makes sense. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Wait. His discipline's at an 80? Doesn't he take the fucking...
Yeah, he takes
Doesn't
a lot
he
of
take a
penalties.
shit ton of penalties?
No,
I
yeah,
don't
no,
know.
but so Patrick Kane doesn't take penalties, but he does, so therefore they're equal.
85 durability, didn't just,
No,
tear his
he just, yeah.
ACL.
No. I don't know what, Evan. I don't know what the fuck you're talking. 85 body checking, doesn't have back at you. He doesn't throw a bod. He's weak. You never seen he's a weak boy. 80
Yeah.
shot blocking, known shot blocker. Yeah, no. This makes sense. I see nothing wrong here. I don't know why you'd question any of this. Let's take a look at Mark Stone real quick.
Oh, no.
Two-way forward, fine. Yoink, magnetic. Yeah, you know what? Good. Yeah, good. 87 body check. All right. Discipline 85 could probably be a little bit higher. Durability 80 might be a little high. Yeah, you know what? Fine. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt here. Stone's all right.
Mitch the bitch.
Mitch Marner, playmaker, 92 defensive awareness. A little high, but all right. 78 body check and known body checker. 80 shot blocking, known shot blocker. Not bad. Not unreasonable at all. I don't think it's unreasonable. I think Mitch Marner's all right. I think it's fair. Mikko Rantanen, sniper, all right. 84 body check. Okay, 92 defensive awareness. A little high. 80 discipline, okay. Durability, 85.
Known fighter.
Healthy
Mikko
he is.
Rantanen.
Yeah, known fighter. Chuck's Knucks. Could be worse. See Nikita Kucherov. Playmaker. Known body checker. 80 body checking. 89 defensive awareness. You know how many times he's on the PK. 80 durability. He's never gotten hurt before. He's never missed an entire season. 82 shot blocking. You know how many shots he blocks. Same as Jesper Foss, evidently. And David Pastrnak. Let's end with Pastrnak before we move on to the centers and I really start fucking throwing shit. Discipline. Yeah, he doesn't take penalties at all. He blocks a lot of shots. He's always killing penalties with 93 defensive awareness. Yeah, no. It makes no. Otherwise, I don't think the right wingers were that bad.
Yeah, no, overall they weren't bad. Who's the fastest right winger?
It's
probably going to be...
well, I don't know. Would you say for right wingers, you could make the argument for right wingers that I don't know. Would you say Ron DeSantis is faster than Trump? Or I guess we need to see it. Oh, you meant skaters. My bad. So for speed, if you're looking at Pasta, DeBrincat, Kyrou, who didn't win the fastest skater, Kucherov, Nylander, Caulfield, Marner. Yeah, noted fast skater Patrick Kane. Okay, moving on to centers. So looking more at the green party here. Let's see, green. Dylan Larkin, he never won a fastest skater competition. That's why his speed is at 90. Playmaker, Wheels, but he's not the fastest skater. He's not faster than Marty Necas or anybody. Noted body checker at 83. It blocks a lot of shots at 80. Shot blocking. Takes a lot of penalties.
Nico, he sure doesn't have a picture.
No, Nico, why would you give a picture to the two-way forward? Well, you gave him Big Tipper, but not fucking Joe Pavelski. Makes sense. Two-way forward, I'm okay with.
88 defensive awareness, even though he was one of the
Selke nominee. No, 88. No. What you wouldn't say that Jonathan Huberdeau is 2 defensive awareness lower than a fucking Selke candidate? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah,
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Hang on, let me stand up so you could hear me talk out of my ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you're gonna talk out of your ass, at least turn around so I can understand you. All right, Marty Necas. Yeah, all right, playmaker, good. Yeah, noted body checker at 84 body checking, and great defensive awareness. At he's on the PK, doesn't take any penalties. A lot of block shots, more than the fucking Selke candidate Nico Hischier. In case you didn't know. Better stick check, better than everything. Yeah, Rupe Hintz. No, he didn't just have a monster year. Yeah, noted body checker. 92 defensive awareness. All right, it's kind of crazy. Honestly, I think 90 would have been okay. It's all right, Yeah, Rupe Hintz, all right. I don't know how these numbers equate to fucking 89, but whatever. Tim Stutzla, noted body checker at 83. Noted defensive guru, 88. Blocks a lot of shots. Takes a lot of penalties, apparently. No, Tim Stutzla, how it goes.
Future Ranger Steven Stamkos.
Yep.
Steven Stamkos, again, noted body checker, noted penalty killer. I don't know if you heard.
Should he be a playmaker, though?
No. Why would he be a sniper? He's only one of 3 or 4 active players that were able to score 60 goals in a season. What would make you think he's a sniper? Do you even think before you? No, you just talk.
I'm just gonna.
Excuse me, Mister Know-It-All over here. Oh, I have 94 slap shot accuracy, 94 slap shot power, but I'm a playmaker. Oh, look at me. Get the fuck out. What do you know? Jerks. That's fucking stupidity. Oh no, yeah, he's a playmaker. Oh, you didn't hear the news? Yeah, Evgeny Malkin, 88. You know, Evgeny Malkin, the known body thrower,
shot blocker.
No, the defensive nut job. With only 1 overall defensive awareness rating than a fucking Selke candidate. Yeah, no, he's 87 defensive awareness. I don't know what you're talking about.
No shot blocker, yeah.
You listen. We see Malkin all the time, consistently diving in front of puck's face for a second.
And we see him on the ice a lot. 80 durability. That makes sense.
All the time. He never gets hurt. Okay, yeah. He blocks shots.
The durability is low, honestly. If anything, too low.
No, right. If anything, I think they undersold Evgeny Malkin. No, I don't. As a matter of fact, I don't think Evgeny Malkin is better than the 2 90-point scorers, the fucking Selke candidate. No, I think you're wrong. And I think you're wrong and crazy for even thinking that. Sebastian Aho, speaking of Aholes, 2-way forward. Okay, maybe 92 defensive awareness is a little high. 82, but okay, all right. He's shot blocking 82. Okay, but overall, I think it's pretty fair for the most part. I think it's crazy his defensive numbers are higher than the fucking Selke candidate, but it's all right. Whatever. Maybe it's just me.
The Banana Dad.
Mika Banana Dad, Sniper. Okay, Sniper I can get behind. 85 body checking. We see Zibanejad at all time. He's always going out of his way to
fighting in
hits.
the green.
Yep, 75 fighting. He's always chucking nuts. He's out there. Face off guy 80. All right, maybe.
85 face off.
No. But don't you fret. The guy with one of the most accurate and deadly one-timers in the NHL on the power play. Don't worry, his slap shot power is lower than Johnny Gaudreau. In case you were wondering, in case that was a concern for you, rest assured that Johnny Gaudreau, the one-timer master, all right, has the same, if not better, slap shot power than the guy that is literally fucking known for slap shots and one-timers, so much so that they gave him the 1T superstar ability. So rest assured, Evan, don't worry. I know that kept you up at night. I know you might have been worried that I'm a little worried the known slapshot guy might have a higher slapshot rating than the guy that maybe took a single slapshot in his entire career. I know you were worried about it, but don't worry, it's settled. Oh, and also Gaudreau's wrist shot power. We made it higher just for you because we knew it concerned you. All right.
Thank you.
Fucking just so you're
Johnny
aware.
Gaudreau's basically my brother. I look exactly like him. So
and
yeah.
I just needed you to know that. No, Jack Eichel. No zone ability.
He's on the ice a lot too at that durability.
He's on the ice,
fighting in the green. I'm seeing him drop the gloves all the time.
Fights all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. He blocks shots with 82.
No, I'm agreeing with you. He does fight a lot, yeah.
And he leads the league in body checking, 85 body checking. He does this stuff consistently. 88 defensive awareness. I'm surprised he wasn't, number 50 on anyone else's Selke ballot this year. I think maybe we're in the wrong, perhaps.
Yeah.
No, it's just how it goes. It's Jack Eichel for you, the defensive star. Some would have it. Just going to Tage Thompson, who I'm sure is a 2-way forward. Power forward, puck on a string, bigger. Yeah, I can get behind this. 87 body checking. I don't really recall him throwing hits, but it's okay. I can't fucking slide to the left, like fucking slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross. I'm fucking scrolling down for some reason. Everybody clap your hands. I still can't fucking slide, so we're just stuck looking at this now.
Fuck
you. I refresh the page? Do I risk? Do I risk? I'm gonna refresh the page. Don't worry, we'll be back in 2 hours. 2 hours later, and we are still fucking waiting. SpongeBob and Squidward and Patrick are still stuck in the freezer going into the future, and we have arrived. It is the future. All right. We're almost, and we are here. We have arrived. Let's take a look at Tage Thompson, and we could actually scroll this time. Don't worry you. Yep.
And
There we
Chris
go.
Cross.
Yep. Nope. Chris Cross like the applesauce. Known shot blocker at 82. Equal to that of the literal fucking Selkie candidate.
Equal fighting to some of the previous guys too. It makes sense.
Yep. No,
it
makes
get
that
behind it.
Yep.
Probably
Throws a lot
like
of
the
body
same as
checks.
Malkin.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Same defensive awareness as a literal fucking Selkie candidate. We're good there. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, that checks out. Looking good. Just making sure everything looks right before we release a game or something for $80. $80 is pennies. You know, $80 is nothing.
Roster update.
Yeah,
especially.
No. Jack Hughes had 99 points last year, but let's make sure we don't give him a zone ability. And let's make sure that he's just barely faster than Artemi Panarin, the known speed freak. 78 body check, and we know how much he lays bod. 89 defensive awareness.
Blocks
He's
a
on
lot of
the
shots.
PK.
They
Blocks a ton of shots.
They undersold that one.
No, yep, harder slap shot than Mika Zibanejad, even though he doesn't take slap shots. No, everything checks out here. Yep, I think everything's good there. But boom, moving on to Braden Point. The noted 5'10" Braden Point with big rig superstar ability.
Yeah, and throws a lot of bod out there.
Yep, throws a lot of bod.
Blocks a lot of shots.
Blocks a ton of shots. I don't know what you're talking about.
89 durabilities makes perfect sense too.
No, he's never gotten hurt once in his career. Faster than Jack Hughes. Looking good. No, yeah. No, I think it's completely reasonable to give a guy, who's fucking 5'10" is Braden Point, 5'11".
I would have gave him 90 body checking at least if it was up to me.
No, right. No, and that's not unreasonable.
And I would have gave him like maybe 85 fighting instead.
Yeah.
Check his body check.
Points body check was 80.
80. Oh, I thought it said 88.
Oh, God.
I was about to flip the fuck out.
So anyways, let's move on to the 92 overall with fucking 3 abilities. Alexander Barkov, 3 abilities at 90. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear 92 overall?
Yep.
Which would lead you to believe 92 probably a superstar, right?
Yeah.
But we're only gonna give him 3 superstar abilities, but guys in the mid to high 80s, they're gonna have all 6. And I just want to let you know that so we're on the same page when the game. I don't want there to be any. The last thing I would want is a surprise to fall on your lap. I wouldn't want to stress you out.
Matt makes a good point though. We can't be too mad because if you think about it, NHL 24 costs as much as 2 bathroom trips during the preseason at MSG.
And that's an excellent point. I didn't even think about that. I could take 2 pisses instead of playing this game, and I think I might. Because if I take 2 pisses, I might be able to shove that in my fucking Xbox and get a better product. Moving on. No, yeah, Barkov. Yeah, I don't even think Barkov's unreasonable at all here. I don't think this is unreasonable. It's fine. 87 body checking, same body checking is. Elias Pettersson, no. Known two-way for no, and I am almost okay with him being a two-way for. I'm okay with it because he is a good whatever, but I think he's offensively 96 offensive awareness. I think it's kind of fucking high, but whatever, it's fine. Two-way forward with 80 shot blocking. All right, you know what? Fine. I'm over it. Whatever. Austin Matthews, known body checker at 85 body checking. What? Okay. The 60 goal scorer. You decide we're going to go with 4 superstar abilities. We're not going to give them all 5.
No,
the 90, the zone ability and the 5. You're telling me right now.
I think this is messed up because
this has to be fucked up.
He has to have shock and all. Like, there's no way.
Known body checker, known shot blocker.
No, you're not getting it. He's not on the cover this year, so he's not allowed to get extra abilities. You guys are stupid.
You're right.
And you guys use your fucking brains.
You know what? You're right.
Stand up. I can't hear you. You're talking too much out of your ass. Stand up.
You know what you know what I can't wait for, and I'm being serious. I can't wait for 98 offensive awareness to mean fucking nothing this year.
Can't wait to watch Matthews block a lot of shots too, because he's really known for that.
Right. Here we go.
85 durability for Crosby. Has never got a concussion in his life.
Never got hurt before.
He owns the Iron Man streak. He's gonna beat Phil Kessel for the Iron Man streak this year.
No zone ability. known body checker, known shot blocker,
Known fighter.
95 defensive awareness, like because he's always a Selke candidate. Is old Sidney Crosby, known fighter. Nathan McKinnon, no zone. This has to be a glitch. No zone ability, known defensive guru, known body checker, known shot blocker. 127 points, but less offensive awareness than Austin Matthews. I don't know what you're sitting over there thinking about. Leon Draisaitl.
Known defensive guru. Leon Draisaitl.
Defensive player.
Better than Nico Hischier by a landslide.
It's not even close.
You have to be stupid if you think otherwise.
You have to be out of your fucking bird. 88 faceoffs. He never loses faceoffs ever. He's got like 60% in the dot. And Connor McDaddy, who they gave the same. Okay. I'm about to punch my fucking wall. The guy that just the first 150 point scorer in fucking 30, 40 years. But he's got the same offensive awareness as a guy that had 60 or 70 less points than him. For everyone keeping tabs. And we all know how many body checks McDavid throws. 83 body check, and we know how many shots he blocks, and 95 defensive awareness. We know these things. Yeah. I want to run through these defensemen really quickly and the goalies because I have a lot on my mind. I'm not looking at the individuals anymore. We're just gonna run through them. We're looking to look at I can't fucking help myself. Uyghur 87. 89 shot blocking. Nope.
What type of defenseman did they list him as?
Hopefully a two-way. Nothing.
He's just a defenseman.
He's just a defense. He doesn't play. Maybe just omitted it for defenseman. Yeah, Morgan Riley is as defensively reliable as Mackenzie Uyghur. Right.
Yep.
I need the gallant finger. Yeah, Jonas Brodin better than Riley and Uyghur. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking start freaking out. Oh yeah, Darnell Nurse. He's so sick. Darnell Nurse is so sick. He's just so gross. Oh my god. Darnell Nurse. Oh my god. Matthias Ekholm doing good. Doing good. Yeah. Vince Dunn. He wasn't a Selke candidate. No, he didn't get Selke votes. Oh, yeah, that's about right. Is Zakwarski? Let's see that durability. Yeah. Boo. Yeah, no, if I was starting a team, I have Hampus Lindholm over Zakwarski. Totally. Totes. All right. Adam Pellick. All right. Boo. All right.
No way.
All right, it's fine. Sergachev. You know him with his elite edges. We know all about that, don't we? Don't we there? Old Evan, my boy. His elite edges. Yes, sir. Tomas Shabbat. 92 defensive awareness. Yeah. Shabbat. He's known as the shutdown. Shutdown. Oh, I'm going to get you. I'm the shutdown man. More than Matthias Ekholm. Yeah. Makes sense. Oh, Selke candidate. Ooh. Yeah. 88. Yeah, let's go with that one. Sure. Right. Devontae's. Whatever. Joshua Morrissey. Not bad, actually. No, a fair rating for Morrissey. Maybe make him a little bit
better than Devontae's. Makes sense.
No. Why would you question that? Why do I not? 89 overall. 1 X factor. Whatever. It's fine. Miro Heiskanen. Yeah. Scored 70 fucking points. Let's give him lower offensive attributes than
might win the Norris.
No.
Arguably the third best defenseman in.
No. He only outscored most all defensemen below him, but has similar offensive awareness. Don't you forget it.
Yep.
Boo. All right. Quinn Hughes, El Capitan. My man. Known body checker. Big frame. Big boy. You know how it is. Working up them late nights. Oh, yeah. Rasmus Dahlin. He does not throw the body at all. I would venture to say that Jonathan Huberdeau throws more hits than Rasmus Dahlin. I would go that far as to say that. And I would only give Rasmus Dahlin a 91 overall defenseman. I'd only give him 2 X factors. That's just me. how it goes.
If you want Matthews to have all 5 abilities, then you have to spend $90 on the Superstar Edition of the game. Don't you guys know that? That's true. That's true,
Let's not
Matt.
leave out the 93 overall Victor Hedman.
Yeah.
Still crack-a-lackin', as the cool kids down the block say. Roman Yossi. I'm actually okay with Roman Yossi's ratings. All right. Anyways, moving on to right defenseman. And we are speeding through this. I promise you we are speeding through this because I am just... Oh, I am rearing to go. Look at me. All right, here we go. We're going to go fast here. Brett Pesce. Please put that Pesce away. No one wants to see that. This is school grounds, sir. All right. Philip Roenick. For some reason, better than Brett Pesce. Brett Pesce, not Joe Pesci. Brett Pesce. Rasmus Anderson. Some reason better than Brett Pesce, but we're not going to go there. We're not going to talk about that. Brent Burns. It burns when I pee out of my Pesce. Is a defensive pairing. 87 defensive awareness. We know how good he is defensively. That's just how it goes. Noah Dobson. One of the hardest slap shots in the NHL. One of the hardest. But don't fucking worry, because his slap shot power is equal to Johnny Gaudreau. Don't fucking worry about it. Can you do me that favor and not worry? Can you do that for me? 21. Can you do that for me? Can you do something for me, please? Okay. Just so we all know. Noah Dobson's slap shot power is equal to that of Johnny Gaudreau. For those of you keeping tabs. Let's move on to Jared Spurgeon. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. Ryan Pulock. Another guy with a hard slap shot. 92. At least we got that one right. So close. Almost there. 92 defensive awareness and 80 offensive awareness. Right. Right. So on the topic of Ryan Pulock, 80 offensive awareness. Right. I find that interesting. I find that very interesting that you gave 80 offensive awareness to a defenseman with 26 points last year, which again is not great, but also like whatever, averages like 30, 35 points a season as defenseman. But let's give him 80 offensive awareness, which I'm just going to tell you right now, and I'm willing to bet on it, is maybe 1 or 2 overall higher than fucking Mark Stahl. But let's go there with Ryan Pulock. Let's go there. How about you, Seth Jones? What are you going to show me? Not much. Because it is what it is. It's fine. It's Seth Jones.
Known for playing great defense with that 88 defensive awareness, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's known for it.
No, he is. Why would you question it?
If anything, they underrated it.
All right. Aaron Ekblad. Not bad for Ekblad. No. He doesn't have a hard shot either.
Never gets hurt, though. 85 durability.
No.
Underselling it.
There's never. Has there ever been a reported injury of Aaron Ekblad?
No. That's a myth. The whole thing about him not starting the season until like after Christmas is a myth.
No. Yeah. Brandon Montour.
Montour too. Another guy not healthy right now.
Nope.
Myth.
Chris Letang. All right. Let's see.
Known for his defense. 91 defensive awareness.
Yep.
Known
and
for
his body checking. Don't you forget it either.
Yep.
Don't you forget it. Moritz Seider.
Oh my. Oh.
Yeah, known face-off guy too for some reason.
Yeah,
you went out of your way to give Seider 50, but fucking Letang has 55. Yeah, okay. Moritz Seider, 90 body checking. Okay. Right, yeah, 84 deking, like he doesn't have good hands. 88 puck control. Yeah, okay. Moritz Seider. Apparently a softer shot than Johnny Gaudreau. For everyone keeping tabs. For everybody keeping tabs. Drew Doughty. I doubt he had a chance. 91 body checking. Which, maybe 88, maybe 87, but 91.
Fighting skills at an 80?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't really fight that much.
Yeah. And Petrangelo.
Never gets hurt.
Nope, never gets hurt. Nope. Why would, and let's give him 85 defensive awareness too. Let's go ahead and do that. With quick pick. Let's do
John
that.
Carlson is another guy that doesn't get hurt ever too.
No. What, are you saying he almost missed the entire season last year? No,
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that he never gets hurt.
No. Don't worry. He has 90. He has 94 slap shot power.
Good thing he fights too. Good. Yeah. He's a good fighter.
He's a known fighter.
Fantastic fighter.
94 slap shot power, but let's not give him an X factor for fucking slap shot power. Let's go ahead and avoid maybe doing that.
Douglas.
Let's see. Speaking of, can you teach me something? Can you teach me how to Dougie? All right, Hamilton, 90 defensive awareness. You know how good he is defensively. And you know how many shots he blocks. You know he throws body. You know he's got a good stick. We know these things. All right, these are things we're aware of. Erik Karlsson.
Yep, 91 overall. It's an overall. So,
Right.
which means, he's great at defense. 89 defensive awareness makes sense. It's an overall.
Right.
Overall, which means, he's good on both ends of the puck, obviously, to get
he blocks a ton of shots, throws a ton of hits. He's super reliable defensively. I'd have him on my first penalty kill unit. I would. Maybe not you, but I would.
Pretty decent in the face-off dot, too. 55.
Better than Moritz Seider, if you didn't know. And 95 stick checking. Adam Fox, 93 speed. Known speedster. Adam Fox.
No, lives for it. Lives for his skating. Lives for his speed.
Known body checker. 85 durability. He gets hurt. So he gets hurt around the same amount of time as Erik Karlsson, John Carlson, all those other guys that miss entire seasons. Never blocks a shot. No. I would venture to say that maybe a guy like Erik Karlsson blocks as many shots as Adam Fox. He's definitely. I think Karlsson is
You're
better
pushing
at
it there.
stick
Karlsson blocks way more shots than Fox. Like, come on.
Yeah, he also breaks up more plays with his stick checking too.
Yeah.
Come to think of it,
stupid.
Now that I'm just saying it out loud, just want to hear myself. Charlie McAvoy.
X factors.
Same durability as guys like Karlsson.
No.
A Tang makes sense.
No. But let's go 95 overall camera. Right. 95 defensive awareness.
Wow,
84
look
body
at that.
checking.
He's so good at taking faceoffs.
Yep. Stays healthy.
Best defenseman at faceoffs.
Yep.
Love those X factors though.
Yeah, love the X factors here. Just so everyone knows at home that Cale Makar is only 2 overall less than Connor McDavid, arguably the greatest hockey player of all time right now. Okay, let's do the goalies, and then I'm gonna rant and rave, and it's gonna get loud. It's gonna get angry. All right, here we go. Let's go to the top. Now this is tough because top 20 goalies is like, there's only 30 starters.
Yep.
So Uso, Gibson, probably be a bit higher. Kemper, all right. Samsonov I don't think he's any better than those guys. I think that's fucking ridiculous. I think Markstrom should be higher. Gustafsson should be a lot lower. I don't know where we're getting 86 from. Swaygod could be higher. Bob, okay. Where are we getting Jari at 87 from? He was so fucking bad. His team was ready to get rid of him for literally nothing this offseason. But let's give him an 86 and 87. I don't know who invited Carter Hart. Thatcher Demko, Frederick Anderson. Let's see what his durability is just so I could piss my panties before I go to bed. They won't even show it to you. They're so embarrassed. UC Saros 89, Ottinger 90, right? Because he had half a good season. Olmark didn't just win a trophy or anything. Hellebuck 91, Shesty 92, Sorokin 92, and Andrei Vasilevsky 93. Okay. Can we talk about something for a second? All right. So raise your hand if you play franchise mode. We all play franchise mode. Franchise mode's fun.
Yeah.
Franchise mode is a lot of fun. You know what the fucking issue is, right? Anyone that plays franchise mode knows that when you draft a player with medium elite potential, they're probably going to grow between an 87 and an 89, maybe a 90 overall if you get very, very lucky.
And still put up like 60 points, but ask for like $12 million contracts. Yeah.
Right. Because that's how it goes.
Yeah.
So I just so everybody knows, those medium elite players you're drafting first, second, third, fourth overall, we're talking elite. All right, when you break down tiers, you have generational talent, which should only be 1, 2, maybe 3 guys.
Yeah.
You have superstars just below them. Then you have all-stars, whatever. So when you're thinking of generational talent, you're thinking 93 plus. And this is on my rating system. My rating system is significantly downplayed because when you have a guy like McDavid at 97 overall, and I am not arguing with McDavid being at 97 overall, you are making it very difficult and nearly impossible for a generated player to ever become better than that. So essentially you're setting the ceiling there. Whereas if you have McDavid at a 93 and you make it very difficult to get a 93 overall player, well, then it really means something when you get a high franchise player, which, by the way, and I've been playing Shell all my life. I've never got a 5 green star player on old gen. I've never got a high franchise player on current gen. I've never gotten it before. And I've played franchises a full 25 years, and it's never once happened. Never.
Really?
No, never gotten it before, ever.
Wait, medium or high franchise?
High franchise.
Yeah, I've never got a high franchise either.
Never.
I've gotten it a few times.
I've never seen it before, ever.
Neither have I.
It's very, very
So anyways,
expensive.
as I was just saying, your medium elite player that you just drafted first overall, because this is so fucking inflated, and because prospects don't develop correctly in GM mode, and because the fucking game is so flooded with high overall players, would not even be in the top 50 in the entire game. Would not even be top 50. Now, that makes sense every now and again. If like, oh yeah, like busts happen. It happens. But it's not super common with first overall picks. We're not going to get into that right now. I promise you we're not, because that's a whole other rant. You're telling me right now your first overall pick, medium elite player, is not the top 50 in the whole game. Again, we're going back to flooded here. And then let's go even crazier. Your medium franchise players. I've gotten medium franchise players before. Medium franchise players tend to peak out between 92. If you're super fucking lucky and you
93.
grind your ass off and you get super, super lucky, they'll maybe hit 95. Your medium
I've got
franchise
93,
player.
the highest for a medium franchise.
Okay. So you're telling me right fucking now that your medium franchise player, which again, let's set the minimum at 92. A franchise player, you're telling me there's 24. There are 24 franchise players in the entire game, in the entire NHL. By that same logic, if we're saying 93 plus is generational, you're telling me there's 14 generational talents in the game right now? There's not. In my opinion,
it should be like a 95.
Right.
Or a 94.
I think right now in the NHL, there's one generational talent. You could make an argument for 2 others. The one generational talent is McDavid. You could make an argument for Makar because of how uniquely he plays defense. And you could maybe throw Kachuk in there and that he's really reinvented power forwards and pests and put it all into one. You could almost make that argument. I think it's hard to, but you could almost make that argument. But generational, I only see McDavid, maybe Makar. There is no fucking way you're going to sit there and tell me the guy that just scored 155, or how many points did McDavid have? 150, but 150 something fucking points, which hasn't happened in
had
a
100
very
points in a shortened season too.
Right, 100 points in a shortened season. You're going to sit there and tell me that Cale Makar, Leandro Seidel, Nathan McKinnon, and David Pastrnak are 2 overall less than a guy that just did something that hasn't been done in 30, 40 years? You're going to sit there and legitimately tell me that and be serious. But this is what I'm saying. The stats of these players are way too inflated. And it's ruining the game. I would be okay with McDavid being 95 overall. And guys like Makar being in the early 90s. Right? Makar 92, 91, 92, Draisaitl 91, McKinnon 91, 92, Pastrnak 90, 91 maybe. You could probably put Pastrnak up there. He just scored 60 goals, right? He just had 60 goals. Fine. Kachuk 91, 92, Yossi 90, 91. Like, I'm okay with that. But the problem is this game is so fucking again, we're talking about literally right now. We're talking about 43 players, 90 overall or higher. That totally ruins the immersion of when you draft an elite player, that you're actually drafting an elite player. Because there's there's going to be probably 50 or 60 guys better than him. That's not elite. All right, let's do a little bit of math. Let's do some quick math, right? You dress 20 players a night times 32. That's 640 players. Let's say elite is 87 plus, right? Is that unreasonable to say elite, right? It's because that's it's typically the minimum. All right. So if we're seeing down to 89 in the top 50, that's roughly what? That's probably another 50 or 60 players. Let's say there's 100 players in the game that are 87 or better, which I think is a severe understatement. A severe understatement. So 100 divided by 640. 100 divided by 640. You're gonna sit there and tell me that 16% of the entire NHL are elite players. When you're talking about elite, you should be talking about the top of the top. The top 10% is pushing it. I'd say the top 7 or 8% of the entire league. And you're right now, elite by definition of 87 overall or higher is almost 16% of the entire fucking league. That doesn't make any sense.
And it's dumb that I could be trading like 1 or 2 medium top 6 forwards to get a medium elite player. It just doesn't fucking make sense.
And that's another thing too. Like you could have a low top 6 player, right? Or a low elite guy you drafted in the 5th round.
Yeah.
Yet his potential, his trade value, because he has X factors attached to him, is higher by default than the guy you drafted, let's say 23rd overall with no X factors.
Yep.
Because in real life, Rasmus Larson has higher trade value than Gabriel Perreault right now, because he might have some X factors, right? By definition, this is what we're saying.
Yep.
Makes no fucking sense. The game is fucking flooded with high overall players. There is no uniqueness, and there is certainly no excitement around drafting elite and franchise players, because it fucking means nothing, because they might maybe be a top 50 player with elite or franchise potential. There's no excitement or fun behind it. You know what system I think would be fucking perfect for NHL games? The old FIFA games had a system where you drafted a player and their potential was, let's say soccer's not drafting. You bring up a young guy from the minors. I don't know much about soccer, but I know about their rating system, at least what it used to be. You call up a guy where it'll have a potential minimum and a potential maximum, and it fluctuates every single year. The first year you bring a guy up, he'll be a 78 to a 99. The next season, an 83 to a 98. Wow. Season after that, 87 to a 95. The gap is closing. And then at the age of 26, that gap becomes closer, and you have the player fluctuate for years between, let's say the final is 90 to 94. And the player has seasons where he's like a 94. He has seasons where he's like a 90. That is very realistic. Am I wrong in saying that? And when you have a system like that, you add more uniqueness to drafting players late that might have a 40 overall floor, but an 88 overall ceiling. And if you go through and develop players correctly, let's say you put them in training, you could do focusing like Madden does. You do shit like that. You make growing your late round picks more unique than, oh, he's low elite, this guy has a chance to, medium AHL top 6. I'm just going to release him because I already know what he's going to be, because there's no number attached to him. There's just a word that determines what he's going to be. And there is zero uniqueness attached to that at all. Whereas when you have a number system, you could see, all right, he went from 40 to 88 to now he's like 65 to 88. So his floor is getting higher. He's becoming better. It's
called dynamic potential in FIFA.
Dynamic potential. Okay. You add dynamic potential and fix the shitty rating system and make the game more fucking reasonable, so not everyone's a superstar and not everyone is an elite player. And you make the game unique. You make generational talents coming up in the draft, franchise players, have a meaning. Because when you're drafting a franchise player, when you draft a franchise player, and you know what? I'll take it one step further. If you're going to have franchise by definition of what it is now, which is between 90 and 95 overall, 90, 94 overall, you should add a generational potential tag. Because you don't get McDavid. You don't get 97 overall pluses in franchise mode. It's very rare. You have to get very, very lucky for this to happen. So if you're not going to do the dynamic potential system, why not add more layers of what a player could become? Because right now, the way it is, when you draft the 7th defenseman, when you draft an AHL top 6, when you draft a medium bottom 6, you give up on them immediately. You just release them. What is the point? They're not going to get better. We've been there, done that. Well, why would you even waste your breath? Because the simulation engine is already slow as shit. Why would you waste your breath and even bother putting time into that? I don't know. Am I in the wrong? There's no way I'm in the minority in saying a dynamic potential system and lowering the overalls significantly of all the players to have a more reasonable playing field would be a bad thing. I think it was NHL 14 or 15 had it almost perfect. Whereas your 4th line forwards were low to mid 70s. Your 3rd line forwards were high 70s, creeping into the early
I even
80s.
had some 60s on my fourth line.
Right. And they were serviceable. Your
Yep.
second liners were like 83 to 87 at the height, and your first liners were 88 plus.
Another
That's
thing they
not
gotta
unrealistic. That's not unreasonable.
The trade engine needs to be fucking overhauled
It's
completely. Like they've
terrible.
tried before, but
It's terrible.
it was a fucking terrible effort. If anything, it got worse. Like, why is it that even if it just makes no sense. So a contending team will get a draft pick from another team, and there's an upcoming franchise player in the draft. Why is it that the team, even though they're contending, is willing to trade that pick?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it doesn't
100%.
fucking make sense.
And the picks have no value. Like there have been times where let's say a team has a third overall pick and they put it on the block, but for some reason I have, let's say, 8 second-round picks from just flipping players for nothing. I could trade 5 second-round picks and get the third overall pick. That makes no sense. And you know who does it? Is it Tactics that does it, where he does trade breakers, where when a trade happens in real life, it is Tactics, and then he puts it in the game, and they never go through. They never go through. I've never ever once seen an NHL realistic, reasonable trade go through. And I commend guys like 2BC Productions that used to go through and try to make realistic trades, and they still wouldn't fucking work.
Yep.
And teams, they
and
set
everyone would
unrealistic
get mad
expectations.
at him and be like, "Oh, why is he cheesing the system every now and then?" Because it's fucking impossible to make realistic moves.
Right. And the game's slow. There's nothing entertaining about franchise mode. Like, and another thing too, there's like a glitch in franchise mode. It's been for 3 years now. You could draft a medium elite defenseman, and they just won't grow above 85 or 86 overall. Have all the X factors, and they just won't grow. You rarely ever see franchise defensemen like it's the franchise goalies. Like the goalies, you get to a point in the game where the best goalie in the league is like 85, 86 overall, and they never get better. These never get better. Like there is so much shit in this game, cosmetically, player rating wise, and
another gripe I have roster wise too. It's so fucking annoying that if you want to have like come the trade deadline, after the deadline, have the most accurate thing, like the picks traded and everything.
Yeah,
you have to redo the entire roster. Why can't I just move the fucking picks while I'm editing the roster?
Right, which makes no sense. And the organization of moving players around is fucking ridiculous. It is abysmal. Like you create a player, you got to scroll. You can't just assign the player after you create the fucking player to a team, because that would be too fucking easy. You got to scroll down and fucking find them, because again, they don't add NCAA players, they don't add overseas players. You got to fucking make them yourself.
Yep.
You got to scroll down and find them, click on a thing, click assign team, find the fucking team, put him on the team, and then you know full and damn well when he's on the team, he's either going to grow at a ridiculous rate, he's going to score at a ridiculous rate compared to his overall, or he's not going to grow, he's going to grow too much. It is so awful. It's the worst.
And I love how they give the 3-day early access for people that get the Superstar Edition. Meanwhile, those 3 days go to waste for most people because they're editing your shitty fucking rosters.
Right. That's what.
Swear to God, that's what I've been doing for the past God knows how many years.
Yep.
I'm so sick of this shit, dude.
I used to do the super mega roster updates. I used to record probably for 12-hour sessions and condense them down to 4 hours by fucking tripling the speed of the video and putting music in the background. Because who's going to sit there and watch a fucking 10-hour video? That's how bad the rosters are.
I just download rosters. I don't have the fucking patience to do it.
I can't.
I commend you
I
for
can't
that.
help myself. I can't help myself. I still fucking do it. I don't
commend
even
you for
play
that.
the game anymore, and I still catch myself doing it.
Yeah, I give you so much credit for that. There are times, like, even some of the download rosters are bad, so I'll go and like tweak some things, but at least it saves me time, because like if you're doing it from scratch with fucking EA and having to create the players too, hell no.
I do it every year. I can never help myself. I do it every fucking.
Put your fucking roster in the vault for me.
I have to tell you the truth, I'm not even convinced I'm going to play the game this year.
Well, bitch, I bought it for you, so you better fucking.
Mike Tomlin, Antonio
did
Brown.
you? Are we still game sharing? Yeah. Okay, all right. Maybe I will play it if it's free. But but dude, like I don't know. I have no. I almost have no interest in playing. Like
yeah, roster sharing was the greatest thing they added because it saved me time.
For sure.
It took them long enough. And
Yeah,
dude,
but
and
we
this,
can't have fucking connected franchise still.
no, and you know what too? We've probably been going on NHL for over an hour, probably an hour and change by now. And the only
Over.
thing we've gotten a chance to go over because it's so egregiously bad is the player ratings. We haven't gotten to Hut, which I refuse to play. I haven't played Hut in years now because I refuse to fucking play
Me
it.
too.
We haven't gotten to EASHL. We haven't
Yep.
gotten into shit because it's not even fucking worth it because the game is just so bad and broken. I was just explaining this to JoJo. You know what? That's really cool. They added the momentum system, which is quite literally them just acknowledging that ice tilt now exists. Number one. Number two,
Yep.
you know for a fact people are going to find a way to abuse that system and just carry momentum the entire game. You know it's going to be broken day one.
I promise when I was playing, it was not as broken as
You know someone's going to find it. Wait till everyone has access to the game. I promise you they're going to break it. I am not willing to give it.
At least
Anyway.
puck ragging, they put a stop to that.
I would love to know how that system works. I think if you control the puck in your zone for more than 30 seconds of game time or real time, that should be a fucking penalty.
That's what it is.
I mean, I would maybe even lower it because them guys are just going to skate into neutral zone and then skate back.
Well, yeah.
I would even do 20 seconds of real time is too much. I think that's even egregious for a fucking video game. There's a lot. There's a lot to be desired in this game. And I'm telling you right now, just from the early looks, I'm already disappointed. I haven't even looked at the game yet, and I'm already fucking disappointed. Just from the trailers and the shitty roster already. It's like, dude.
The only positive news that I got from the devs at all is maybe Connected Franchise is 20 years away instead of 50. So that's like all we can hang our hat on from the devs.
Dude, it's so bad. I mean, it literally is. It's literally a $70, $80 roster update every year. And that's just what it's gotten down to.
Yep.
And like, to tell you the truth, EA, you know what, dude? If you don't have anyone on your fucking team that's willing to go through and do your player ratings and add the fucking dynamic potential systems, I'll figure out a way. I'll fucking do it. Matter of fact, I might do it. I might do it for fucking free, just to save everyone else in the world the fucking terror of having to deal with your shitty overall system, your shitty franchise mode. Fucking bring me in.
That's what I don't understand.
2 days for free.
That's why I don't understand. Why don't they just why do the people that can control the roster still have jobs when they clearly aren't good at it? Why are they not getting people? Because YouTubers do so much better of a job. Why are they not getting these people who unanimously are better and known to be better throughout the community? Why are they not just getting these guys and having them work together on the rosters, or at least giving ideas for them? Because it would be too smart. I guess that's why.
It just sucks, dude. And you know what too? They'll never give in to game modes like EASHL or be a pro or franchise mode because they don't make money. Hut makes money, so they update Hut.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks, dude. It's really fucking disappointing because franchise mode has sucked every year it's been on New Gen. It's been fucking terrible. Matter of fact, franchise mode has literally been the exact same, just with different scouting, coaching, and annoying responsibilities and pop-ups that show up on your screen. It's just been so bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's such a fucking terrible feature too. The whole coaching thing, line chemistry thing is such bullshit, and it fucking ruined the game.
It's
I could have
so bad.
I could have two fucking 90 overall perfect offensive defensemen to play with left-handed defensive defensemen, but nope, they don't fit the coach's scheme. Nope. No chemistry together either. Yep. And you can't even edit the fucking strategies. Every team plays the fucking neutral zone trap. All of them have a fucking umbrella power play because they finally figured out that's a thing to put in the game. You can't even fucking change the strategies. It doesn't make sense.
No.
And if you do go to change the strategies, there's no point unless you're playing all the games because it doesn't fucking affect the sim.
Yep. Another thing too, just to even build off of the shitty coaching system and the synergy system or chemistry system, you're going to tell me that you put anybody on a line with McDavid, and McDavid won't make chemistry himself. Crosby won't make chemistry himself. Crosby put Chris Kunitz and Pascal Dupuis on his back for 10 years.
Yep.
I'm sorry. You shouldn't have a franchise player with anything less than fucking 5-star chemistry, or at least three-star chemistry. It shouldn't exist. When you're that fucking good, you have to be genuinely trying to not have chemistry with that fucking guy. It's just stupid. And they have to fix the penalty kill chemistry. It's impossible to get positive. It's impossible. You could have you could have two-way forwards, two defensive defensemen, or two-way defensemen, and you'll still have a fucking negative.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, why is it that some two-way forwards help your penalty kill and others don't? Like, why? They're fucking two-way forwards. They should be helping my penalty kill regardless. The best penalty killers are the best fucking penalty killers.
Yep. I'm telling you, it's so bad. Dude, I wish EA would listen to people that actually play the game instead of their fucking big wig content creators that just make them money. Like, why don't you listen to the fucking little people that actually play a goddamn game every fucking day? Because you're telling me right now, you're driving us away. You are driving us away. We don't. Dude, when I was younger, when I was in high school, when I was still in college, I played NHL almost every single fucking day. Almost every single day. And every single game, my playtime has gotten less and less and less and less. I still play video games. I just barely play NHL anymore because it's fucking terrible. It's the same game every fucking year.
Yeah, I've enjoyed MLB franchise way more.
Yep. And MLB franchise has its own litany of problems, but it's still better than fucking NHL.
Yeah, I mean, my only problem with MLB franchise really is when it comes down to two things. One, I hate how fucking long the off seasons take.
Yes.
To do.
Yes, there's a lot of micromanaging, and that sucks.
Yeah, and the other thing, because I just said scouting the auto, that was another pain in the ass. But the other thing is, like, it doesn't matter how much money you offer a fucking coach. Sometimes they just don't accept it, like a manager or whatever.
Here's another idea for NHL. How about a dynamic trade value system? How about that? Because I promise you right now, if you wanted to, realistically, if you wanted to, you could load up franchise mode right now and trade Igor Shesterkin for Matthew Barzal. You could do it right now. And the Islanders are going to accept the trade. You could probably get even more back. In real life right now, would the New York Islanders take Igor Shesterkin for Matthew Barzal?
Nope.
Why the fuck would they? They already have one of the best goalies, the top 3 goalie in the league. But you could do it in the fucking game. My point here being, if you already have a starting goalie, why would you even consider taking one in terms of trade value? And now let's put the shoe on the other foot.
I don't understand too why they can't do it in NHL. It's a thing in Madden. Like,
right.
It's fucking red if the team already is loaded at that position.
Right. So, like, let's say I need a middle 6 forward, and this team has a lot of middle 6 forwards. The trade value for me to acquire them should be higher than that of a team that really doesn't want them or doesn't need them. Yep. Because they're aware I have a need. Don't make it egregious, because I'm sure they'll find a way to fuck it up. Don't make it egregious. But the trade value should fluctuate. It should exist. It's just stupid, dude. It's just so fucking stupid.
Especially because of the fact that we see, like, them actually do decent things with Madden. Like, why is it that I can edit the coach's scheme and everything in Madden, but I can't edit the coaching game plan and scheme in NHL?
Right.
It's the same fucking company. Like, why is it different?
I'm telling you, dude, they couldn't find their own asshole with a fucking map.
The only thing I hate about Madden franchise is the whole coaching development tree or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, well, it's NHL just will never figure it out. It'll get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
That's what it feels like.
All right,
franchise is so ass, but it's at least playable. Unlike Be a Pro 2.
Facts. Be a Pro is fucking trash.
Listen, they got to do the 2K system. I think that'll fucking.
I've said that for fucking years.
Unbelievable, dude. I played 2K20 and 2K21, and I stopped after that. But I'm telling you right now that my career into what would be ESHL would be fucking.
Well, dude, and the purchase perk system is so fucking stupid on NHL. It's like fucking $3 million to buy an apartment or something like that.
Yeah.
But you only get it for 90 days.
Yeah. Like a bike is gonna help my fucking. I don't even.
It's so stupid.
Like, make it make sense.
And it's just so annoying too. It's like the dialogue's stupid. You have to talk to coaches, players, and it affects your morale. Like, fucking leave me alone.
And it stops too. It's a whole cutscene that slows down your entire simulator to get through.
2BC was fucking losing his mind over it when he first saw it.
Dude, it's terrible. Like, it's cool, it's interesting, but like you should be able to increase or decrease how often it happens. Because like I did one season to be a pro. I played 30 games myself. When I say I played 30 games, I mean I simmed and only played the third period. It took me like a week of my actual life to do it. You could play 2 or 3 games a day, and that's about it. But it's getting late. I gotta hop off, and I have a fucking headache
Yeah.
from yelling so much, dude.
I gotta go too. We're almost at 2 hours.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And this took up a chunk of the episode here.
Hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You think?
Dude, you know what, Evan? How about this? I think at some point, you and I, and let's see if we can get other NHL content creators on this, and talking EA Sports NHL, we should make a video, a joint video. We're all put in our own part, or we'll make it a fucking live stream. And we'll call it an open letter to EA Sports NHL. And we'll
We
literally
should
go
do
over
that.
everything we just went over.
Yeah. Wait, we're gonna have to do something like that. It's time
terrible.
for a conversation. It's
I
time
agree.
to start a dialogue.
Fucking right. What a stream.
Yeah. All right, chat. We're gonna wrap it up here. Leave a
good
like on your way out. Subscribe. Yeah. I hope you guys laughed at EA as much as we just did. Laughed at C-Jets going on a fucking rant as much as he did. But preseason game tomorrow. Thanks to the floods here. I was so thankful they canceled the game.
Yeah, that would have been ridiculous if they would
I
have
was
play.
I wasn't going. I was.
Who could? No one could make that trip.
People in Winnipeg can because they're accustomed to powering
true.
through ridiculous weather conditions. But
Oh gosh.
we're gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching.
Later, y'all.